The Vietnam War, a conflict that shook the world. The jungles of Vietnam became the stage for one of the 20th century's most defining conflicts, but how did this war ignite? Let's rewind to French colonial rule. After years of oppression, Vietnamese resistance movements flourished, culminating in a fight for independence that would draw global superpowers into the fray. Following World War II, tensions escalated between the Communist North, led by Ho Chi Minh, and the anti-Communist South, supported by the United States. The stage was set for an epic struggle, one that would intertwine ideology, power, and the fate of millions. Chaos and turmoil loomed ahead. The United States plunged into Vietnam, fueled by fears of the domino effect. If one nation fell to communism, others would follow. The Gulf of Tonkin incident in 1964 gave President Lyndon B. Johnson the pretext to escalate American involvement. Troops flooded in, and war engulfed the region. U.S. forces brought advanced weaponry, but the Viet Cong, armed with guerrilla tactics and unwavering resolve, countered fiercely. Brutal clashes unfolded in the dense jungles and mountain terrains. The enemy was invisible, the fight relentless. Villages burned, bombs fell, and the ground grew soaked with blood. The war wasn't confined to Vietnam. Thousands of miles away, the conflict ignited protests across America. Graphic television coverage brought the horrors of war into living rooms, exposing the suffering of both soldiers and civilians. Many questioned, was this fight for freedom or a futile cycle of destruction? Meanwhile, Vietnam itself became a battlefield of pain. Entire communities were destroyed in airstrikes. Agent Orange, a chemical weapon, ravaged both the land and human lives. The cost of victory was no longer measured just in battle wins, but in lives shattered beyond repair. The Tet Offensive of 1968 marked a turning point. Though technically a military failure for the Communists, the surprise attacks shocked American morale and public opinion. The conflict dragged on, plunging deeper into chaos as both sides sought an elusive resolution. Over time, weariness and futility consumed the American government and military. By the early 1970s, peace talks began, yet decades of war yielded no real winners. In 1975, Saigon fell to Communist forces. The Vietnam War ended, but its scars linger in history to this day. The Vietnam War remains a haunting reminder of the complexities of war and the far-reaching impact of political agendas. It exposed the limits of military power, the resilience of human spirit, and the tragic price civilians often pay. But it also taught us the necessity of seeking common ground. This conflict reshaped global politics and inspired countless debates about intervention, resistance, and sovereignty. Even decades later, it challenges us to reconsider the ripple effects of history's decisions on entire nations, cultures, and generations. Dive deeper into the Vietnam War's untold stories. Reflect on its enduring lessons about conflict and humanity. Subscribe for more historical journeys that uncover the past, challenge perspectives, and ignite meaningful discussions. Share, and let's ensure future generations learn from history's echoes.